Hello, hello. So, this is you back for another episode, and today I would like to talk about waking up on time. So, for a long time, I was struggling with waking up early in the morning, and especially when I had 8:40 classes, which thankfully was only my third and fifth semester, I think. But yeah, during that time, it was almost impossible for me to wake up at 8:40 before 8:40, of course. And even when I did wake up early, it was really hard for me to cook breakfast. I usually cook breakfast, and it was really hard for me to do that because for 8:40 classes, usually I would wake up around almost quarter to 8 or 8, and then I would just like in hurry just brush my teeth or throw whatever clothes I could on myself and just run to class. That was pretty much my routine. But I would have loved I would have loved to wake up at like 7 and make my breakfast and prepare something, not fancy but still, something that fills me up before I go to class. And then at maybe 7:45 or 8, I slowly walk to class. And because I'm a business student, everybody knows the Econ B building. It's like really at the corner. But again, it was almost impossible for me to do that. And the reason was that I was going to bed really late. So usually I would go to bed around 2. That was like my usual time, but sometimes I would sleep at like 3 or 4. And that is a really bad time to go to bed. And usually the reason for this was that I would waste my entire day, and then at night when the clock struck 10 or 11, I would suddenly get into this mode that, oh shoot, I wasted my entire day and I had all these tasks. And maybe I had done like half of them or whatever, but I had all these tasks, all these remaining tasks. And then I was like, okay, instead of postponing them to tomorrow, I will do them today. And by today, actually, I meant using the early hours of the next day. So from 12 to 4 a.m., I would try to wrap up that stuff. But that was actually a very unhealthy way to cope with my procrastination, with my laziness. Because you see, when I went to bed at 4, I would then obviously wake up really late, like around 12 or something. But for a long time, I used to think maybe it's something to do with the sleeping. Maybe somehow I have to sleep early and then everything will be fixed. But the secret actually is to waking up at the same time. So let's say, for example, my usual time these days is like between 8 and 9. So let's say 8:30. Now, whatever happens, I wake up at 8:30. That doesn't mean that I go to sleep early every day or late every day or on time every day. No. I might go to sleep maybe at 11, maybe at 12, maybe 2, maybe even 4. But the secret is to never change the time that you wake up. Because here's the thing, your day starts when you wake up. If you destroy the starting point, everything is gone to bits. For example, let's say you're a runner and the race starts. You're up against the wall, right? The race starts, you start running, and then let's say you delay your running. Everybody starts at the same time, but you start maybe after 5 minutes. Even if you run like Superman, you are not going to overtake your opponents. You cannot run that fast. That's impossible. So here's the thing. Once you start your day late, it is really hard to recover the damage. But even if you started your day, even if you missed some things from the previous day, if you wake up early, if you wake up on time, there is always a chance that you can recover. There was this really famous guy, Salt Bay. Nusret, the restaurant guy, the one who used to like sprinkle salt from his fingers onto his forearm. Like, everybody knows it. I used to follow him on Instagram for a while for one sole reason. So he had like I think it's called a video valet or something like that. There's a very specific word. So basically, there's a person that follows celebrities around and posts their entire day to their Instagram. Not every celebrity is like that, but a lot of them. For example, think of the reality TV show by the Jenners, but kind of like that. But yeah, basically, Salt Bay had one of those guys, and he was posting his entire routine on Instagram. I think he still does. But I highly recommend that you guys go follow him, because the best thing that I learned from that guy, you could sometimes see his stories at like 12 at night, and he's having a flight, or he's going to some party, he's going to some event, something like that. But every day in the morning, he would go to the gym. Every day. Same time. I think it was 7 or something, but he always started the day at the same time. And like, these are the kind of people who are, successful, and that's discipline right there. So even if you go to sleep really late, ideally, of course, you should have a fixed time for sleep as well. But okay, I get it. We're in college. A lot of us are partying half the time. We're having fun. We're socializing. So it makes sense to not have the same time for going to sleep. But for waking up, that's a different story. Okay, I get it. You will feel tired for the entire day. Take a nap. Take an hour nap. Take an hour's nap. But don't change the time that you wake up. That's your, how can I say, that's the game changer right there. That's the game changer. So yeah, that was just my message of the day. I'm thinking for the next episode, I'll pick a story from my university life and tell it to you guys. But until then, yeah, see you and good night.